I want to bring a message to our donors today from Port-au-Prince, Haiti. This is Rich Stern calling in and hoping that you'll hear this message. I arrived here yesterday and just want to describe for you what we're seeing here. The amount of destruction that we have seen is overwhelming. I would use the word apocalyptic to describe what's happened here. And I want you to imagine, as Americans, what you would feel like if you went to our nation's capital and you saw the White House collapse, you saw the Supreme Court collapse, the Capitol building, the National Cathedral, the Pentagon, the police station, and maybe 1/3 of all the buildings in our nation's capital collapsed, with 1 million people in the street, homeless, scavenging for food. This is the situation in this small nation of Haiti, a whole nation that has collapsed in the last week because of this earthquake. The humanitarian needs are overwhelming. As I said, perhaps 1 million people in the streets who are without homes. And last night as I drove after dark, we saw hundreds of people lining the streets, just putting blankets or sheets, or in some cases lying on the pavement at the sides of the road, sleeping for the night because either their homes were gone or they were fearful that the homes would collapse again because they were unsafe. And in fact, that fear was made true this morning. There was a 6.1 aftershocks in Haiti a little after 6 a.m. this morning that sent people again running into the streets and screaming. The key challenge today is to begin to organize people into IDP, internally displaced people camps, and then try to organize all of the relief organizations, the United Nations, the Red Cross, UNICEF, et cetera, to begin that process of feeding and providing supply lines for these hundreds and hundreds of tent cities and camps where people are trying to survive. In the short term, that will be the most imperative of this response, to make sure that more people do not die, that there aren't outbreaks of cholera because of poor sanitation. We move into the weeks beyond that, the key will be rebuilding. And the rebuilding task here is staggering. Not only to rebuild these public buildings, but most of the churches of Port-au-Prince have collapsed, and certainly many of the private homes. In the city today, it's pretty grim. There are still corpses lying, rotting in the streets. The smell of death is everywhere. As you go to these buildings, we can smell corpses in the cathedral, in and around some of the public buildings because of what's happened today. So I would covet your for the people of Haiti, for our relief staff that are responding, many of them sleeping on the floor in and around the World Vision office. We're having to operate even out of the parking lot because our buildings are not safe fully to reoccupy. They will need your prayers over the weeks ahead. And I also want to encourage you to give. The amount of need here is almost unprecedented in my view, and the response and rebuilding will take years and not months. But thank you for standing with us. We've felt your generosity as millions of dollars have come in just in the last week. But we do covet your prayers and your continued support of the work we do. God bless you all.